Hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing end of the week. Currently it is Friday, the trading week is coming to an end. Bitcoin is pushing down lower towards our level that we have marked right here. You can see from this low at 105k back in July. As you can see, Bitcoin is right now testing this low. We did get a wick below it and right now we are trading above this low. You can see we did not get a candle closure below this level. So what this means for Bitcoin, for right now you can see also our RSI is not bottoming out yet, like it was right here and right here. Basically we are hitting the weekly S1. This was a very nice move for Bitcoin towards the downside. 8% correction from the weekly pivot. Basically from the beginning of the week we have dropped down 8%. You can see Ethereum also dropping below the weekly pivot, dropping below the moving averages on the 12 hourly and on the daily candles. You can see we are approaching the 200 EMA, which is actually sitting right where the weekly pivot support one is sitting at $3,520, which is basically very key level. Bitcoin as of right now trading below the 200 moving average on the daily, which is considered a bearish sign. On the weekly you can see we are approaching the 50 EMA, which is sitting right around $98,000. Basically if we mark also this level like this, you can see this level is exactly sitting where the moving average is sitting, and this is on the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is very important to look at. Basically you can see we have bounced from this previous moving average back in April, and since then Bitcoin did another 69% to the upside, and the correction from the top that we had down to the moving average was around 32% or $35,000 in price change, and the current drop, if we measure it, it would be down to the moving average around $28,000 of a price change or 22%. Now if Bitcoin were to get a move of around 33% like last time, this would take us all the way down to the 100 moving average, which is sitting right around $83,000. But for right now those levels are very deep, and where I would be expecting us to bounce from would be this 0618 Fibonacci golden pocket, which is sitting around $94,000 or $92,000. Basically a pullback until there would be the exact same price change that we had back in April. You can see $32,000, $35,000, so basically almost the same. Now, as I have said, $85,000 is considered a deeper pullback down to the 0786, which is also where this 100 moving average is sitting. Right now, this would be a very important weekly close for Bitcoin. If we do not get a somewhat of a bullish move during the weekend, so the bulls can flip this level around, then I would be considering my targets to potentially finally get taken out. Those targets that I have been sharing with you would be sitting around $98,000 or $93,000, where our golden pocket is sitting. Ethereum, let's see, right now looking not good. We are breaking, you can see, below the 4-yearly resistance, which is right now acting as support. If we look on a lower time frame than the weekly, you can see on the 8-hour, on the 6-hour, on the 4-hour, we do have candle closures above this level, which is suggesting that right now it is potentially turning back into resistance once again, and potentially we are going to be testing this low right here once again for Ethereum. Solana is right now trading between this range right here. You can see the this is the value area high and the POC where we went down on the capitulation. Basically, for Solana, I am potentially expecting a drop to 158. This would be this low right here if we mark it out like this. So that would be another 14% towards the downside. And this would easily happen if Bitcoin starts dropping further down. The stock market also did have a correction today, but it got bought up pretty fast. You can see right now we have entered somewhat of a range bound trading on the Nasdaq and on the S&P 500. You can see we did drop down today. Basically, this is a big move for the stocks. You can see 2.5% towards the downside for the day, and right now we are recovering this dump almost 2% towards the upside again. So very interesting moves during the stock market. They are bouncing. You can see the S&P 500 is bouncing finally from the 55 moving average. So potentially this would be a bullish retest or showing us some weakness, since before we had that strength to continue basically above the moving average. You can see we did not went down to retest it for quite a while. This is also very interesting, and you need to pay attention to the stock market as well. The Bitcoin dominance trying to push higher. If Bitcoin starts dropping and the Bitcoin dominance starts rising, the altcoins would be bleeding big time. Also the dollar trying to bounce from the moving average on the daily, on the weekly. Also we are still potentially trying to reverse this bearish downtrend that we have seen for the dollar. And if the dollar starts reversing to the upside, you know what this means. It means Bitcoin will show more weakness in the coming days. Gold is doing some very interesting things. We hit 4,379 today, basically for Bitcoin. We are currently trading above every weekly support. RSI very overbought, you can see right here, but this is completely normal. On the daily, on the weekly, also starting to flash overbought. So we might see gold sooner or later start trading in a range bound like we were right here and like it was right here. This is also very interesting to watch out for. Open interest for Bitcoin, while on the move down we had open interest going up, CVD going down. This is either longs closing out or new shorts opening up right here. And right here I can tell by this squeeze that we had right here at this low where CVD was the lowest and open interest started pushing we had very big short positions open up right here at around $103,000 basically at support, and Bitcoin started squeezing them. You can see we had 3.6% move to the upside. Also the liquidation heat map, you can see we took most of the liquidity to the downside. Basically we still have a lot of liquidity if we look on bigger time frames, like the yearly liquidations. You can see I showed you previously in my last videos that we have a lot of liquidity that's sitting on the downside towards these levels, and we don't have we only have liquidity which is sitting currently at the all-time high. Otherwise you can see here we do have zero on some. Basically we have a liquidity gap. So in my opinion Bitcoin will try to potentially wick down lower to grab this liquidity, scaring everybody out around those levels, and then since we are in Q4 we might see the rally continue higher to the upside. But as of right now very important to pay attention to this chart and to those levels that I have marked out right here. Also this particular price target would be a buy opportunity in my opinion, but of course this is not a financial advice. You need to always do your own analysis and your own research. I am only giving my opinion on the markets. XRP sitting at the weekly pivot, it is trading back in that previous range. You can see after breaking down from the range that we had, the pump token still in very heavy downtrend, not anywhere near reclaiming this trend line. So basically for the pump token to start pushing hard, we need to see a break towards the upside out of this downside momentum. Basically we need to see this trend line broken so we can change market structure in order for the token to start going hard. But as you know, this won't happen as long as Bitcoin does not find a bottom. Once Bitcoin finds a bottom, then altcoins will start running up again. The ETF inflows, we had a massive outflow today, 530 million. We have not had one of those in a while. Very interesting. BlackRock selling for a third day in a row. This is also something you want to keep in mind. Fear, we are approaching basically the extreme fear zone. You can see we are sitting right now at 28, which is also potentially a buy opportunity once we go down in that extreme fear zone. Also, I want to share with you that I got verified on CoinMarketCap, which is basically like the biggest forum, you may call it, for crypto, since like always. And you can follow me there. I do post some charts on here. If you want, you can join. There are a lot of tools that you can watch here. Like I am watching the Fear and Greed Index here. You can also watch the Bitcoin Dominance Altcoin Season Index. This is also very interesting. We are right now back in Bitcoin season. We were starting to basically push hard towards alt season, but as you know, right now we are back in that in the Bitcoin season, since the dominance starts pushing hard. Long versus shorts ratio for the day, you can see we have more sellers for a basically I think like 4 or 5 days in a row right now. Basically for the whole week we do have more sellers than buyers. Funding rates very low, almost flipping negative on the major exchanges. Still for right now positive, which is all right, but if we start dumping lower, basically we might get them flipping negative again. We don't have any more news for the week, and I think this will be it for today's update video, guys. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for my channel, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.